All right. So for the next part of your first story writing experience, um, I would like you to first focus on using sensory detail to establish the setting, meaning where the story takes place. Okay. All right. So the skill that you will be developing through this writing activity is mainly setting the setting of this narrative, and it will be wise of you to include the time and place in which the events of the story place take place. All right, so effective writers bring their settings to life by adding a lot of sensory imagery, which immerses or puts the reader in the story. You don't want to just tell what is going on in the story. That would be very kind of boring. You want to show what is happening. And a way to do it is through sensory imagery. All right. So, sensory imagery includes the following: visual, sight. When we read your sentences, we have to be able to see the setting, see the place of the story, see the characters, see what's happening. All right. And you could also think about oral, the sounds of the setting. Are there any smells upon landing on this new planet? How about touch, taste, movement? All right. Let me demonstrate an example of what I mean. So here's a picture of what this new planet might look like. All right. So I listed some words here to help you get started. So for sight, you might have to think about some adjectives and nouns to describe constellations, which means a group of stars. So nebulas, this just means a dust and wind, a cluster of dust and gas, not wind, sorry. And then you have floating mountains, plants, distant stars. All right. And for sound, you could have leaves rustling as the wind blows. I don't know. Or you can have smell. The sense of smell can relate to the earthy. Well, since we're not on Earth, but you can use the word earthy to describe the aroma, the smell of this new planet. Maybe it has the same smell as the planet Earth. And the flowers, how do the flowers smell? Or any volcanic activity going on? Okay, let me shrink the size of these words so you can see everything. And you might also think about touch, the tree bark. You touch the tree bark. How is it different? How is it different to a normal tree on planet Earth? Okay, maybe it has a different texture. And the same for the rocks. And how about the fruit? You come across some trees or some plants, and then you pick fruit, and then you take a bite, and what does that taste like, right? And then movement refers to your characters moving, or maybe the animals on this new planet. You see an animal, and how is it different to the animals on planet Earth? And um, you got to think about words to describe the movement of these creatures, right? Okay. Now I will demonstrate how to get started with describing the setting of this short story you'll be writing. So imagine yourself just arriving on this planet, right? So that's something you should have written already for the first few sentences of your story. And the next part you can describe. Oh, while I trekked on this foreign land. Trek means to walk, right? Um, Take a look. I put in the specific sensory detail in this blank here to give you a reference of what I mean by kinesthetic movement of you walking. Okay, so that's showing what you're doing in this story, not just simply, okay, I'm here and what else, right? So you want to describe every movement if possible. While I trek on this foreign land, and I'm going to move into the smell olfactory. All right, I'm going to think about the earthy aroma, the flowers, the volcano. Okay, the smell of, let me change this a little bit, volcano. Okay, volcanoes. All right, the smell of flowers, exotic flowers, maybe, filled my nostrils, well, more filled my nose. And, well, I'm going to focus on the sound and the distant, um, distant sound. Let's see, what can we use? Distant rustling of leaves. Um, the distant ruffling of leaves, okay, echoed all around me. Right? You can change this part. Oh, I'm sorry. You can change this part of the sentence if you want. I'm just going to use this for now. I scanned. Here's another verb for movement. I scanned. I looked around. Okay. I looked around at the mountainous terrain. There, I'm going to add another sentence. There are also um, floating mountains. You know, this is like Avatar, Pandora, right? Floating mountains. Well, in this picture, there's no floating mountains, so I'm just using my imagination. Maybe there are floating mountains um, hanging in the sky. Okay. Well, I'm going to describe a sky. What color is the sky here? In the purplish or in the glowing sky, painted in neon light. I don't know. Painted with neon colors that. Okay, so you can further describe what do I mean by neon colors, right? Neon colors refers to what? Take a look. Neon colors. Yeah, so you can describe this. So I'll let you do it yourself, and I'll add another sentence to further what I see there. The landscape um, is adorned or decorated with colorful trees and leaves never seen before on Earth. Okay, and you can add another sentence describing what exactly do these trees look like. Maybe the trees come in rainbow colors, or purple leaves. Like, when does that ever happen on Earth, right? And then you can further describe. Then I came upon a bush of berries. You can say, let's use yellow. Do berries come in a yellow color? Maybe not. Maybe we can take a look. Yellow berries. Do they even exist? So we want to make this sound very unique. Oh, they do exist. So let's pick something more interesting. Blueberries? Yeah, blueberries exist. We can do pink berries. Do they even exist? I don't think so. Let's take a look. Image pink berries. Raspberry. Okay. They do exist. I really wanted to pick a color that, where berries. Well, how about this? Pink bananas. Pink bananas? Do they even exist? I think that's a fake image. So let's do a pink bananas. Okay, so let's just make your story a little bit more interesting. Okay. I came upon a bush. Now that's not a bush because bananas don't grow on bushes. They grow on trees, right? I came upon a tree and with fruits that look like bananas, but they come in the color, but they are pink. Unusual. They are unusually um, pink in color. Okay. Sorry. All right, and I'm gonna describe more movement on my part. I peeled the pink. Well, I unpeeled the pink banana. Oh no! Before I unpeel the banana, I have to pull one off the tree, right? I pull one banana off the tree branch, and unpeel it to discover a strange that the meat comes in the color green. I gasped at the sight. Then I took one sniff of it just to unpeel. Oh, this must be a spelling error. So let's see. Search Google for unpeel. Uh, how is unpeel spelled incorrectly? I don't think so. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. So don't worry about that. Okay, here it is. I took one sniff of it just to see if it's okay. See if the fruit is edible. Daringly, so I want to make the reader feel like I'm brave, right? Daringly, I took one small bite and the taste of it. So I'm going to refer to taste now. The taste of it uh, is quite peculiar, meaning odd. It had a, it has a tangy and um, spicy. Let's see, um, spicy aroma. Okay, smell. Okay, as the as I chewed on it, as I chew on it. Okay, I didn't have a spelling error right here. Let's take it. All right. Okay, I'm going to correct some typos here. I remember I was typing in the present tense, so I could change the verb to the past to the present. I take one small bite, only to find, I'm going to change this a little bit, only to find that the taste of it is quite peculiar. It has a tangy and spicy aroma as I chew the soft um, flesh of the banana. Okay. All right. So I would like you to continue describing the story yourself. If you would like to take my ideas, go for it. But then I do prefer that you use your own words. So if you have better vocabulary, I would like to um, you to use better vocabulary, and if you don't, then you can just use even simpler words. And I try to not make these words, or I try to not to use super difficult words, so everybody can understand what I'm writing. All right, so stay tuned for the next video.